My name is Charles Ellis. I'm an entrepreneur and I run a small business. We design and make laser-cut stainless steel house numbers and signs. I've always been interested in how things work and how you can put them together and improve them. As you get older, things do become more difficult, and who wants anything to get in the way of their quality of life, especially when you love what you do and you want to keep doing it.
My name is Richard Hindley. I'm a consultant urologist. Benign prostatic enlargement is a very common condition. It's essentially a condition of the aging male. As we get older, the prostate gland, which sits just underneath the bladder, gradually becomes larger in size and is more likely to cause problems, to the point where over 70% of men over the age of 70 will have some symptoms due to this very common condition.
I first started noticing symptoms of BPE when I was about 52, I think. And it was quite obvious that I had problems with urinary flow issues. The first symptoms were the need to go to the loo more often and becoming quite distressed when needing to go to the loo and not being able to find one.
The symptoms of benign prostatic enlargement are typically going to the loo more frequently in the daytime, having to rush to the loo, urgency, occasionally incontinence, sleep disruption. Men have to get up several times at night. That can really impact on their well-being, emotional well-being, and they can be exhausted.
I had to take my daughter to Bristol for some tests, and you find yourself having to look for bushes and graveyards and to have a sneaky wee. It's all really quite sad, you know. I guess as a dad, you do feel that you're responsible for your family, and my behaviour, I guess, became more and more bizarre at times.
There is a stigma attached to having troublesome urinary symptoms. It's embarrassing for men, even in modern culture where we're not very good at facing up to these problems. We're not particularly accepting of them.
I guess I lived with my own strategies for probably a year or 18 months before I did something about it. I think it probably took that long just because I'm busy doing things, and men are not great at looking after themselves. I actually heard about water vapour therapy in a radio interview, I think, which involved Professor Hindley. I then went and did my own research.
Charles was attracted to one of the minimally invasive treatment options that he'd found out about, therefore asked his specialist to refer him on to me. I think water vapour therapy does seem to have captured the imagination of men, and I wonder whether that's because of the fact that a lot of us drink cups of tea and boiling a kettle, and also the fact that it's natural, it's water vapour, there are no chemicals. So water vapour therapy works by convective heating. Water vapour is heated up to 103 degrees Celsius and delivered using a little needle or injection into the prostate tissue. The prostate then shrinks and takes the pressure off the bladder and the urethra, which helps to alleviate symptoms. They don't necessarily require a general anaesthetic. They don't necessarily need to be done in an operating theatre, and this can free up capacity. And also, if we can get men in and out in the same day and avoid an overnight stay, this has potential cost savings associated with it, and we can be much more efficient in terms of the number of men that we can treat for this common condition. We now have a portfolio of treatment options. We're moving away from a one-size-fits-all approach, and it's important that we have a number of options so that we can match them up with the procedure that's most appropriate to their needs. The gold standard is to give people options, of which water vapour therapy is one.
I'm really quite happy with the way I'm at the moment, to be honest. I don't think about where I need to have to go to the loo when I arrive somewhere. In fact, sometimes I arrive places and I don't even think about it at all.